Hello, this is Nancy and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be working on some Valentine DIYs. Have you seen those pink trees at Dollar Tree? Well, I got me a couple and I'm making a base. Guess what? Out of Jenga blocks. And we're going to start with 3 blocks. And then the second one, we're going to stagger it. And so we're going to cut one of the blocks off with my handy dandy saw. You don't have to cut them. You can do 3, 3, and 3 evenly on top. But I like the staggered look. So we're going to do 3 rows, like 1 full row, a staggered row, and another full row, and you're going to make 4 of those. And those are going to be the sides of the box. You're going to put those 4 sections to the side to dry, and we're going to work on the base now. For the base, we're going to need 9 sets of 3 blocks, and I'm going to be staggering them, horizontal, vertical, horizontal, vertical. You can do them all in the same direction, but I think I like this look better. So here I am gluing 3 sets together. And just take your time, make sure that they're even, because you want them to fit nicely. With these blocks, it's hard to get a nice fit. But just do 9 sets. Is not long enough for the side, so I'm adding 3 additional blocks on top. You can put it on the sides or whichever side you want, but I just put it on top here. And now we go on to the top of the box, and the top of the box is the same as the bottom, except that the middle 3 blocks you leave out. So here I'm adding the additional blocks. Make sure that when you add the additional blocks, it's in the same direction that you did the bottom. So here's your top. I'm just making sure that it's all nice and straight. While the top is drying, we're going to add the sides to the bottom. So just add glue to the sides and then attach it to the bottom. Simple as that. And just make sure that they're nice and straight, because you need the top box, or the lid of the box, excuse me, to fit nicely on top of these walls as well. So just press it, close it a little bit. I need to get some clamps or something. So I'm just making sure that all the sides are even, and then hold it for a second, and then now we're going to add the lid. But I'm just making sure that it's tall enough. You can add another row or two, depending on how high you want the box. And because there was one I made for a Christmas tree, and I made it another row higher, so the trunk is less visible. So if you want more of a trunk or less of a trunk, then you add more rows for less of a trunk. Then here we are, just making sure that all four sides are nice and even. Now I'm adding 1-inch half rounds to the bottom to raise the box up a little bit. You don't have to do this part, but I thought it looked better than just flat on the table. My other one is flat on the table, so either way it works. I painted the box white, but you can paint it any color you want. So here I'm just using one of my 1/4-inch dowels to make sure that they're all even all around, and painted them white. Now you can leave the box the way it is, just white or whatever color you chose, but I'm going to be mixing some crimson from Waverly and some white to make a nice pretty pastel pink. You could also, use ballet slipper or whatever pink you have, but I'm using this to distress the box a bit instead of the antique wax. You can leave your box as is or add the word love like I did here. I'm using the cutouts from Dollar Tree. They come in a pack with natural pink and red. I just decided to use the pink. So you can leave your box as is, or just like I did, add this to the front. Now on to DIY number 2. We're going to be using more Jenga blocks, or tumbling tower blocks, technically. So now we're going to you're going to need one single one. That's going to be the bottom of your heart. So we're going to start with gluing 2, then 3, and then 4. You're going to need a set of 5, which I didn't do here because I forgot, but when I start putting them together, you'll see me make adjustments for that. But right after this, you need a set of 5, then a set of 6, then 2 sets of 7. This is a set of 7, so you're going to need 2 sets of 7. I wish I could make glue these blocks this fast. I could make a bunch of hearts or whatever. Okay, now we have another set of 6 and 2 sets of 2, and then single blocks to put on top of those 2 sets of 2. They don't take long to set up, but do leave them a few minutes to set up. Now we're going to glue the 6 on top of the 7, and then the 2 centered it on top. You know, depending on how you want your heart to look. Just make sure that the left side is the same as the right side, and then you add the singles on top. I'll flip it in a second so you can see how it looks. I gotta look at my picture to make sure I got it right. There we go. And I'm standing it up so that way that it's nice and flat on when I stagger them. I mean, when I glue them together. Now another glue row of 7 and then row of 6. Here is where I find out that I have this wrong. So I'm here counting. So I add another block to this row to make it 5. Row 4, then I added the 3, then the 2, and then the 1. And put that to the side and let it set up before you start painting it. And again, I'm using the red and white paint that I used at the beginning to make the pink, and then painted the whole heart pink. But you can paint it any color you want. And on this one, I did the front, the back, the sides, every nook and cranny. So make sure that you paint all of it. On this one I used the red cutout because the pink matched blended too much. But if you wanted that, you know, tone on tone, you can do that. Now onto DIY number 3. I'm using the One Day at a Time 2023 calendar from Dollar Tree. And what I do when I cut these little images out, I cut them all out at one time. I don't want to do them one at a time. So you're gonna see me just cutting them off. I just put some music in the background and just go ahead and cut. So enjoy all this cutting. You can use a piece of cardboard here, but I'm using a piece of basswood that's a 1/16 inch thick, and I'm just painting it with the Waverly white chalk paint. And I'm not doing the whole thing, I'm just doing a section where I'm going to be using the calendar one. So I'm going to paint that and then go on to the next thing. I'm painting blocks with the same color pink that I used on the first 2 projects, so that way they coordinate on my tier tray. So paint as many as you need to make a frame around this. You can see the Jenga block heart in the corner there. I'm letting it dry and then paint it. So while I was painting these blocks, that was dry, so I started painting that. So now we're going to start layering, framing this, oh my goodness, this little calendar piece. So you're going to do 2 rows, 2 blocks at the bottom, and then 1 on the side. And then we're going to add the calendar. So I'll just be quiet here and let you see the process here. Oh, by the way, here's a twist. We're going to be adding these little heart buttons that I received from a company. I can't remember who, but I'll leave that link down below. And this gives it a little extra touch to this little frame. I didn't show me cutting this away from the big board, but I used my box cutter to cut it away. And one of these blocks on the frame had a little chip, so I added a heart to cover the chip, and it looked lonely, so I decided to add the 4 hearts to the 4 seams around the frame. Then I added another single painted Jenga block to the back to make a stand for this frame on the tier tray. Now to DIY number 4. I'm sure you all know how to do beaded garlands by now, but this is the way I do it. Again, using that same color pink, I'm coloring some of the beads pink and some of the beads white. And I find this very relaxing. I just put on something in the background to listen to or watch and just paint them. Usually my paint is not this thick. For some reason my Waverly white is real thick, so that's why it looks so gloppy. Usually it's not like this. I bought these hearts last year and I never used them, so I'm painting the outside white and then the hearts on the inside pink, and I'm doing both sides, but you can do one side white and pink and one side white and red, so depending on the mood you can flip it, but just paint both sides. If you're liking this content, please I can't speak today. Please give me a thumbs up. Share with your friends. Comment below what colors were used on your little DIYs here. And like I said, I'm trying to get to 5,000, very close to that. So again, share with your friends, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and let's move on to the rest of the project.
Woo!
add a bit of art glitter glue on the end of the twine to stiffen it up, and that makes it easier to thread the beads through. And I leave the twine a little bit longer on the other side because I'm gonna rethread that through several beads, so that way it doesn't come unraveled. And I already had this tassel made from a previous project, so you guys know how to make a tassel, right? Now we're adding the heart to the end of the tassel. It's not too long, it's just, you know, a good size for a small tier tray. So wait to the end to see the whole shebang together on the tier tray and next to the tier tray. And until next time, be brave, be strong, and create something for love.